Hey, what's up guys? I want to do a Zippo collection update and Zippo style lighters just because I happen to have them out too. People heavily request collection updates. New gun collection update, new knife collection update, new Zippo collection update, new everything. Update us, give us videos now, we want them now. I totally understand it. It's interesting. It's like watching an EDC video. They're very popular because people have curiosities they want to fulfill and they want ideas. You know, as far as a collection goes, I think a lot of people who are getting into collecting or have been collecting, they want to see other people's collections because it gives them ideas of how they can alter or start their own, you know. One of the best things about Zippos is that they're very, very affordable. You know, the average Zippo, and I'm talking about in the United States, I know that people, you know, in different countries have a harder time finding Zippos, and when they do, they're much more expensive. And even places in the United States, certain places they're just more expensive. But on average, you can get a brand new Zippo anywhere from probably $18 to $30. That covers a lot of different models, you know. Of course, there's more expensive ones here and there. And if you go into like a smoke shop to get Zippos, which they're usually sold, almost every single smoke shop I've ever been in my entire life has been a Zippo dealer, okay? Because people smoke with Zippos, you know, they use lighters. They carry all kinds of lighters, and Zippo is one of the most famous lighters out there, at least in the United States. So you'll find Zippo in every smoke shop. You'll also find like Calibri, you know, and stuff like that. Although Calibri is no longer in business, everyone still carries them because there were thousands and thousands made. But anyway, you will pay a premium in a smoke shop. You know, if when Zippos come new, sometimes they always have the price tag on them. And I don't know if I have one here with the price tag. I can show you that because I usually take them off. I take the price tag off. Oh, here's one. One of my replicas. All right, so it comes with a price tag on there. A smoke shop will, as a dealer, they'll get them cheaper, but they'll sell them for the price tag that's on there, as if you went to Zippo themselves and bought it for that price. This replica here, which has the flat or brushed front and then the polished sides and top and bottom as well, I got from Zippo the case, Zippo/Case Visitor Center when I visited them. And I paid, this is the most I ever paid for Zippos, full MSRP, not $20. I bought a titanium Zippo once on eBay for like 75 bucks. That was, I think, the most I ever spent on one Zippo. But anyway, yeah, when I bought this for $19.95 directly from Zippo, because when I was there, I wanted to get something while I was there. So it has like sentimental value. It's one of those things I don't use. I just kind of look at, play with every now and then, and put away. It'll always be in my quote-unquote collection. I happen to love the replicas. They're my favorite types of Zippos out there. If you're ever wondering, what's Jeff's favorite Zippo? It's all of the replicas, every single one of them, okay? The 35 replica, the 41 replica, I love them. Here's a 1935 replica with the outside hinge. These are my favorite. Okay, you can see the original price on this one, a little bit more, 30 bucks. But they're just awesome. They're so cool. It's a throwback. You know, to find the originals, these, you know, the actual 1941 Zippo, the actual 1933, you know, replica, or the 35. I mean, you're talking hundreds of dollars, if not more. And as time goes on, they become more and more collectible and more expensive on the secondary market. You have to be really lucky just to find one somewhere. But that's why I love the replicas. For 20 or 30 bucks, I can get that same feel. And it's unique because there's, you know, thousands and thousands of people out there with Zippo lighters, and they all, I mean, not to say anything's wrong with it, but they all have something just kind of plain, or maybe design in the front. And I whip out something and go, "Is that a real Zippo?" I go, "Yeah," and it's a conversation starter. Well, why is the hinge on the outside? That's not right. That's got to be like a fake one. No, and then I go into like the history of it, and it's really fascinating. Anyway, that's just me. I happen to like those the most. I love the replicas. So, all right, let's start with this case here. People could ask where I got the case. I got this case, I actually stole it out of the garbage at work when I worked at Eckerd Drugstore in West Milford, New Jersey, when I was, I think, 16 years old. It was my first job. I worked there for, you know, like a seasonal job over the summer. And it was pretty cool. You know, I didn't like my boss that much, but the job was okay. But they were a Zippo dealer, and I loved that. And one day I walked, because every single day I, you know, saw the Zippos in here. This case held 8 in their boxes, and there's 8 on display. And at the time, this was filled with I believe baseball, different baseball teams, which I thought was stupid. I never was really, I mean, I liked baseball back then. I was a Mets fan, but I just wanted something cooler. I wanted a sports Zippo. But anyway, as each one sold, eventually the case emptied. And when it was completely empty, I thought, oh, cool, maybe I can have this. And I asked my boss, I'm like, oh, that Zippo, I kind of played it down. I'm like, oh, that stupid display, it's, you know, it's empty, you know, maybe, I can use that for something. Maybe I'll take it. And she's like, no, you can't have that. She's like, you know, we're instructed to throw those things out. We can't just give away our garbage. And she was like all snotty. So after work, when I locked up and everything, I went back in the dumpster, which I threw it in front of her, and I snagged it, put it in my car, and went home. So it is stolen goods, but I don't care. Anyway, I got a couple Zippo Click pins from being in the Zippo Click Collectors Club, and my little Canadian pin that one of my Canadian viewers sent me, which is awesome. And I have it on here because I have some Canadian Zippos. Actually, there's 2 Canadian Zippos in here. So, Canadian Zippos, what am I talking about? Yes, there's a couple, if you're a Zippo collector, there's a couple major collectible Zippos out there. Zippo styles, okay? I'm just gonna go through a couple different things with you. And when I say collectible, what I mean is they could get over $100, you know, on the secondary market. But I'll go through more details in a second here. The first thing are Canadian Zippos are collectible. What is a Canadian Zippo? It's a Zippo made in Canada. Hold on a second. Zippo is a United States of America company. USA, all the way. What are you talking about? They were never made in Canada. Actually, yes, there was a facility in Niagara Falls, you know, the other side of New York, and they had pumped out some Zippos for a while. All genuine, all very real. They were closed down in 2001. So the Canadian Zippos, there's definitely less of them, much, much less. I don't know the actual ratio. If I had to make a guess, I would say probably 1 Canadian Zippo to every 10,000 regular Zippos. All right, so they're kind of rare. You could find them, and if you go on eBay, you'll find them for auction all the time, but they will get, I mean, a regular used one will probably get anywhere from 30 to 60 bucks on average, sometimes more. It really just depends on the model, the design, who's watching it, blah, blah, blah. But Canadian Zippos are awesome. And I don't have the key in front of me right now, so I'm just gonna show you stuff through here. But the bottom is marked Niagara Falls. You know what, I wanna say I made a video on Canadian Zippos before, but I'll check myself. If I didn't, perhaps I'll do another video just talking about this, all right? But I have a Canadian Zippo here, and what's cool about this one is this was a souvenir when you went to Niagara Falls, so it actually has a Canadian shield on it, and it says Canada. All right, these are Zippo Slims, by the way, the top 3. The second one is, it's got the Pennsylvania Keystone logo on the front there. All right, and the date. There's a whole story on that one too. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future, but anyway, 1964, there's a lot going on that year. The one next to it, I believe, is a late 50s Slim, or excuse me, not late 50s, late 60s. I think 68 or 69. All right, so it was a Vietnam era Zippo, but it was not in Vietnam. It was just back home. All right, which is still pretty cool. Then I got this one on eBay, the Giants one, because I'm a Giants fan. But that is a Canadian Giants Zippo, which is pretty nice. Then the one in the middle here, my sister got me for a Christmas present with my name on it one year. It's a Gold Dust Slim. And then the last one here, the last Zippo Slim, I got from the very great, very awesome Colonel Richard Hunter. And it says Kentucky Colonels on it. It's got the emblem on the front. And this is before I was a Kentucky Colonel. So that's something, you know, I'll always have. And it reminds me of Rich. Rich is just an awesome guy, down to earth. You know, YouTube, you make a lot of real friends. And he's definitely someone I'd like to meet in the future sometime. Hopefully we can do something in Zippo together. We're talking about possibly going to one of their swap meets, you know, at least for case knives, since it's all, you know, one kind of big thing. But anyway, definitely on my bucket list before I die is to hang out, have a cold one with Mr. Richard Hunter. That would be very cool. And it's very much going to be a reality at some point. Then underneath I have just some random things. I have my Zippo Blue down here, then the Zippo Survival thing. Zippo Knife, which I believe I reviewed. Just type in cutlerylover, Zippo Knife, and you'll get a review on that khaki little folder, which is pretty cool. And then some cases on the bottom. And on the very bottom, there's a 1947 Zippo, which I may or may not do a video on in the future. Just, you know, showing dates and stuff like that, and, you know, charts. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this case. All right, move that to the side. Now, my phone's ringing. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Phone calls, you know, they only happen when I turn the camera off for some reason. No one likes me when I'm sitting around doing nothing. And all of a sudden, let's make a video. And hey, what's Jeff doing? It's okay. All right, so lots and lots of Zippos here, right? They're not all Zippos. In fact, this longest line here are all Zippo style lighters. Over the years, I traded Zippos. I sell a lot of things constantly. There's a constant rotation because in order for me to get new things, I can't just go out and buy things. You know, I have funds are low. It's a horrible disease, but you know, comes and goes. But I do a lot of bartering, trading, and selling. You know, so things kind of stick around for a little while, then they go out. This is not all of my Zippo collection. It's like, I want to say 99%. I may have 2 or 3 that are elsewhere that just escape my mind right at this moment of where they are, but this is most of them, okay? So I have these kind of separated into rows. The right row here, these are all genuine Zippos, okay? This row here is also genuine Zippos. The only difference is that I believe this row is used. These are all my users, and these are my new ones. Actually, you know what? No, that's wrong. I don't know. I just set this thing up and completely forgot about it. Anyway, these 2 rows are all Zippos. We'll go through them in a minute. This whole row here is Zippo style lighters. Okay, in other words, they look like Zippos, they act like Zippos, but they're not fakes, they're not counterfeits. They're just regular lighters. They just happen to look and work like a Zippo. Okay, various brands here: Team Pistol, Star, Atlantis, some no-name ones from China, blah blah blah. We'll go through them as well. And then these last 3 are actual counterfeits. Okay, now I know I have at least 2 more counterfeits that I couldn't find in my last search for the last 10 minutes. One is that Russian one. You guys, you know, anyone who's been watching videos for a long time, I have a Soviet Union fake Zippo that's wrapped in leather. That's hilarious because it's so fake. it's funny. Couldn't find that, you know, in the last 5 minutes trying to put this video together. And I know I have another one as well. That's not, it's not a Vietnam fake, it's something else. It's just like a fish design or something. But anyway, this here is the Zippo pipe lighter, which was a beautiful gift from one of the viewers. And I'm gonna do a separate video on this, but I just did want to show you that real quick. All right, because I want to talk about the pipe lighter, what makes it different, how does it work, blah, blah, blah. So we'll talk about that. Now this is kind of exciting because in this Zippo bag, I have something I'm gonna give away to you guys. Yes, this is gonna be a Zippo giveaway, some kind of a contest or giveaway, I don't know yet, we'll see. Take a little peek in there. We got all kinds, not all kinds of stuff, but a couple things. There is a brand new Zippo in there. And some flints, and a wick, and that'll be for a separate video. Just trying to think of ideas of what I can do. I love doing contests and giveaways, but there's always people who are just mad about not winning. That sucks. Why do people have to be so selfish, you know? I really wish that, you know, everyone could just get along. I don't know. All right, let's get into this because it's already probably a long video. Okay, you've seen these already. I just recently did videos on all 3 of these lighters. All right, so we'll put those to the side. Now, the Zippo style lighters. First one here is a custom one that I made. This is a cut down or Zippo shorty. These are pretty cool. I did do this with a real Zippo and I lost it in my move. I don't know what happened to it. But basically, I love the idea of a Zippo Slim. Okay, it's a compact Zippo, but I didn't like that it was tall and skinny. I wanted a Slim, I wanted a Zippo that was actually cut short. So this was modified. All right, so this first one here, Team Pistol. Just a antique look Zippo. I've compared this in an old video to the antique Zippo versions. Team Pistol makes some very high quality lighters, period. I don't like that they copy Zippo's design, but you know, honestly, from me to you, they're one of the best non-real Zippos you're ever gonna find. And I'm gonna do a video as to why you should still pick a Zippo. Even though slightly more money, you should definitely still pick that. Just my opinion. Then I have this Novelty Zippo with no, or Zippo style lighter with no markings. It's completely sterile. And whoa, what was that? I don't know. But there's just a girl with a bikini on. And whoa, put that over here. What else? We have the Atlantis, one of them, okay, from China. Crappy, old, rusted. Alright, here's a Ronson. The Ronson did do a different style chimney on here, obviously, than a real Zippo. So the styling's different, and it doesn't really make a difference now. Zippo owns Ronson. Then this one, which has a poor dent because it fell out of my case. It's brand new, never used it. I believe another Team Pistol, which it is. You can see Team Pistol even puts their dates on there too. So this is from 2006. Very Zippo-like. But anyway, real abalone, or abalone. It's not baloney, it's abalone and pearl. A little checkered pattern there, pretty cool. But anyway, I got a stupid dent because it fell out of my case and landed on my dresser. More Team Pistol. Yes, it is, more Team Pistol. Shiny, very shiny, 2004. You can see, they've been making lighter since 1993. Anyway, this was an old pothead days Zippo. It says Nature's Way of Staying High. And there's a single pot leaf on it. I also got the other one. By the way, this one and the other one came from Deal Extreme. And same deal. Hello. That's pretty slick. Those high gloss ones, they offer no grip at all. So yeah, that's what that's about. And those are new, never used those, just bought them to kind of display, put in the collection. Barlow, which is a knife pattern, a very cool old-fashioned knife pattern, but in this case happens to be a lighter company that makes a lighter that looks just like a Zippo, but it's not. And this was a promotional one for Millennium contractors, or construction contractors. Isn't that kind of unneeded, unnecessary? Construction contractors? Aren't contractors, they do construction? I don't know. Here's a Japanese fake, not fake, it's just sterile. This is one of those ones where they'd have this, I mean it has the Japanese characters on here, but let's say they just did Coca-Cola. This is one of those ones where they buy, a couple thousand of them and then they just stamp their own fake logos on here. So this was perhaps at some point, this was a possible fake, or could have been a fake. By the way, I talked before about Canadian Zippos being very popular. Japanese Zippos are very popular and very collectible, okay? What does that mean? You're confusing me. I thought they were only made in America and some were made in Canada. Now Japan? No, what happens is there's a couple companies in Japan that buy thousands of genuine Zippos, just plain old Zippos, from Zippo direct, and are licensed, okay, to make their own designs. All right, so they're Japanese versions of real Zippos. It's a real Zippo made in America, shipped off, and they basically doctor it up. They put their own designs on it. You'll find they get anywhere from $75 to $500 on eBay. Most of them are around $100. They're very cool. I like them because they're collectible and they're different, and you get designs that Zippo never came up with. And a lot of the Japanese ones, they'll even have emblems that wrap around. They'll have all kinds of inscriptions, I mean, all over the lighter. Some of them are really, really neat. Some of them are promotional things from overseas and so forth. But they are real, genuine Zippos. They're not fakes. They were made in America and they were licensed by Zippo to be designed elsewhere and sold elsewhere. Okay, it's kind of like they're Japanese dealers, but they gave them permission to make their own designs. Very, very cool. Just extremely expensive. So, here's another one. Just a promotional one. This one's by a company called Calcor, and from Korea. Something different. And I think this is a Star. Yeah, Star 2. The second best. I would say Team Pistol is probably the best fake Zippos. If you want a Zippo style lighter, but you don't want to spend 20 or 30 bucks, you spend $5, you get one of these. Star comes in after Team Pistol. They're high quality. They're nice lighters. But again, I'll make a separate video as to why you should still get a real Zippo as opposed to this. And it doesn't come down to price, it comes down to warranty. You cannot match a Zippo's warranty. Star 1 instead of Star 2. I love this. I mean, they're made in mostly, I think Star's in China. It doesn't say on here. So China, perhaps Japan. but they have all these like American things. They make these things, they're marketed towards Americans, shipped here, and we buy them up because you go to a flea market and you're like, oh, that's cool, I love that Zippo. Zippo is kind of a loosely used term. People say, like, if you grab a lighter like this, you'll just call it a Zippo. There's a lot of things in life like that. You'll just, I don't know, some people might call all trucks Fords, whatever. Well, that's not a great example. But Zippos, this style lighter, people just call Zippo, whether it's actually a Zippo brand or not. But you know what I'm saying. There's a couple things like that in life that you just say one name, even though you're saying a brand name. Now I gotta think of another example. How about Oreos? All right, if you have an Oreo type cookie, you'll say, "Oh, let me have an Oreo." It may be like a Hydrox, which, by the way, I grew up on Hydrox, the cheap Oreos. Maybe that's why I'm so strange. But you just say Oreo, even though it's a brand. That's not it. Bleh. What am I talking about? Yeah, that's that. Next, and this one is Star One Beauty American Style. Actually, it's a nice finish on this. It's real slick. And all these fakes I just bought for display purposes. I don't use any of them or fill them. Here's a Black Crackle, a teen pistol. All right. What else? Cutty Shark, which is a whiskey, which I didn't even know was a whiskey. Well, it says Scotch whiskey or Scots whiskey on it, but just sterile. But I got this lighter way before I knew anything about whiskey. And last but not least in this little group is another team pistol, I believe. No, this was, Hatchet, totally different brand. This was another find from Deal Extreme. So just Hatchet brand oil lighter. It's got all kinds of funky, I guess this is some kind of anime type thing, possibly. I really have no idea. But it was like $3, so when I did an order with Deal Extreme, I ended up getting one. Okay, I did a Zippo collection video. Who knows how long this is? I didn't even show any Zippos besides the one in the case. So I'm just gonna go through these very quickly, all right? As quick as I possibly can. Oh, forgot this thing. Another sterile one, just some cheesy eagle on it. The lighter's cheesy, eagles aren't. Eagles are awesome. Okay. Case, very high polish, case XX Zippo. Alright. The Human Target Zippo, which is a gift, which is one of my favorite Zippo gifts ever. It's very cool. Still new. Some of these have the stickers on them, some don't. I'm not a fanatical person about that stuff. Like if it's a collector, take the sticker off, leave the sticker on. If you're collecting Zippos, you have no thought of ever using it ever in your entire life. It's purely for collections, purely to sell in the future or to give to your kids as a collectible, and you're never going to fill it, never going to light it. Sure, keep the sticker on. Some people care about that stuff. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Anyway, another Case XX, another high polish one. Very cool. This one has a long story behind it. This is a guy, his name was Wendell from, I knew him from knifeforums.com. It's a long story, maybe I'll do a separate video on it, but very nice sentimental value, very cool Zippo from like the 70s. And I have the Celtic Cross, or Celtic Cross, depending on who you are and how you say it. Another gift, which is awesome, which I really, really like. One of my favorite Zippos. My Zippo Click Collectors Club Zippo. This is only available to Click members for purchase. This one still has a sticker. In fact, it's faded like yellow. It's supposed to be orange. But anyway, very, very cool. I'll always have that. And believe it or not, this is my first Zippo. I got this for Christmas in, I want to say 2000. It was a big year, and that's when I started getting into it. And even though the sticker's off, I never used this. It was just a collectible for me. Just brass Zippo. It's so cool. It's got the the eagle emblem on the front. Awesome. All right, let's look at this other row here. All right, Zippo Slim. Just a satin finish. This is actually a Walmart find. I think I did a video on this before, 2004. They were selling the Slims there too, so I ended up getting one. This was a Dale Earnhardt Zippo, which it's pretty cool. I love NASCAR. I really like NASCAR. I'm not a Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan. The reason being is because I got into NASCAR long after he died. So I can't be a fan of someone who I never even saw race. Honestly, I'm just being honest with you. Anyone who's into NASCAR out there, I never witnessed him racing, so it's not that I don't like him, I'll never be a fan because I don't know anything about him, really, honestly. If you are into NASCAR, I could tell you some of my favorite drivers. I love Newman. Ryan Newman's cool. Actually, there's been some controversy lately for some of my political friends out there too. Of course, I'm thinking of Mad Bad Voodoo. I want to say, hello, my political YouTubers. But yeah, if you don't know anything about NASCAR or anything like that that's going on, they have sponsors like anything else. People, companies who give them money, and they go on TV and say, hey, this is awesome, check out these people's products because it's all over my jacket, my face, and I'm all over my car, and they basically sponsor them. Well, Ryan Newman's been sponsored by the U.S. Army for a long time now, and I guess it just clicked with someone in their mind that, hey, wait a minute, how can the U.S. Army be sponsoring someone? How can they sponsor anything? Because they're using taxpayers' dollars for the sponsorship. It's not like the U.S. Army has their own money out of their pocket. The U.S. Army is funded, obviously, by the government, by your taxes. That's what pays for the Army. So it's like, wait a minute, the Army is spending tax money to support and buy fuel and tires and parts for a race driver. I think it's in question now. I don't know all the details, but something I kind of caught wind of from someone talking is that now they're looking into it and they might not be able to sponsor anyone anymore. And I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, here's another one. It's got my initials on it, and it's got scroll work on it. Just a satin finish, but it's got the scroll work, which is pretty cool. This I got from Marlboro. It's one of those points deals. One of my favorite ones. Another gift from a YouTuber, which is really, really cool. The guitar motif on the front. It's awesome. And then when I got my Chris Reeve Sebenza, I got it from Knife Art, and of course I threw in a Zippo. So that's pretty neat too. KnifeArt.com does have some really awesome customs. If you've never seen custom knives, it's a great place to start perusing. There's a couple of great websites like that. If you go to edcknives.com, they have tons of awesome high-end custom battle songs, as well as other knives too, but that was pretty much my source for custom battle song info for a while. Pretty cool. All right, on the back you guys saw the replicas already, I believe. 35 replica, it shows you the other ones here. The other two. Alright, regular Realtree camo. Another gift, the bullet pattern. I actually had this bullet pattern, and someone saw it and they sent me the other one, which is awesome. It's really cool. And one of these days, if I ever get to a range, I might just have to shoot one of my Zippos. Send in for warranty. Because I have a feeling like they won't care and they'll just send me a new one. But who knows? I get a lot of, I did a lot of Zippo trick videos with this specific Zippo, the Eat, Ride, and Sleep one. It's a gold dust finish with obviously that emblem on the front. This was another Marlboro promotional thing they got years ago. But people ask me all the time, where can I get that? Try eBay. eBay is a great source for Marlboro Zippos, period. There's a lot of them on there, and people just collect those because they're hard to find. They were just promotional things, and they want to get the complete set of all the models and all the designs that they ever came out with. So eBay for that. And then the last Zippo here, I did a full video on in the past, and it's the Bicentennial Pennsylvania Zippo. So that's pretty much it. Long video, long-winded, and ironically, I probably spend more time talking about non-Zippo stuff than I have talking about Zippos. But that's my collection. They all have a very specific place they go, and now I have to go put them all back because I feel weird. Do you ever have like a collection of something, you take it out to show someone and like you have it, it's kind of an OCD thing, I guess, I suppose, and you have them like a certain way, and like you're showing someone something and it's like giving you anxiety. You have to like put it back where it belongs. Some of you just don't give a crap, and all the power to you. I wish I just didn't give a crap. But for some reason, I am OCD with like my hobby stuff, and certain things have a certain place they have to go, and if they're not there, I feel weird about it. Like, just put it back. Do you ever like show off a collection of someone and they're like handling things and you're like, oh God, stop touching it. No, you're gonna scratch it. But like you want to show it off anyway because they appreciate it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. A little bit of Zippo fun and some non-Zippo fun. But hopefully I will kill the curiosity as to what Zippos I currently own and non-Zippos. And will I ever do a new knife collection update video? I don't know. I really don't know. Perhaps a new gun one because I don't have as many guns as I used to have. I never really had a lot of guns. I had a handful. But now I have even less. So perhaps I'll do a video on that. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoy all the other videos I come up with. I certainly have plenty of ideas. And some more Zippo related videos as well. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always. And I will see you soon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.